Hi everyone, and welcome to your mid-month pick-a-card tarot readings for the month of July 2022. If we haven't met yet, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If that's something you're into, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you're always up to date on the advice that the cards have for you. I'll be doing 7 card readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Borderless Rider-Waite-Smith with Red Jasper, the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot with Obsidian, and the Universal Rider-Waite-Smith with White Crystal. We also have 4 different oracle cards from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. Pick one of each. And of course, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you can use the timestamps that I've provided below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Hello, Group 1. Before we start, I just want to say there's a bunch of cards that flipped over while I was shuffling your deck. We had the Knight of Pentacles, the Star reversed, and the Ace of Wands reversed. I did turn the Star upright before putting it back in. I'm not sure there's any rationale between when I turn a reverse card upright or not, when it jumps out or flips over, but that's what happened. Let's see if any of those cards show up, and let's see what the rest of your month of July will be like. So, 2 queens looking at each other. 2 queens looking at each other with the 4 of coins reversed in the middle. So, as you might probably have heard me say when multiple court cards show up, I'm not sure which one is you, which one is someone else. Right off the bat, I don't have the feeling that these are different aspects of you. However, I just want to remind you that these cards aren't gender specific. So these queens can be men, and kings can be women, and any other match that you can imagine. So let us see what energy we're bringing into this. Okay, so it's almost geez. I'm sorry. I thought my camera was improperly configured. So, like I was saying, the phrase that came to mind when I saw the sun in your past is a state of allowing, or kind of like finding some kind of joy. It's funny too, because the sun, a meaning that I often attribute to the sun is joy, but it is also a card of rationality. I don't think those meanings are contradictory. However, they have different emphases, and it is difficult for me to pin down which meaning is more accurate for you coming into this second half of July, Group 1. But one thing is for sure, whatever either aha moment or giving in and allowing joy into what you do and how you live your life has led to letting go of things that you were holding on too tightly to. So that's nice. Let's see what's coming up in the upcoming energy. We have the 5 of coins, don't panic. And we have the 3 of coins reversed and the Hermit with the Judgment card at the bottom of your deck. All right, so it's like the dual interpretation of the sun that I alluded to when I flipped the card over is also present in whatever I'm reading this these 2 queens as being in conflict, and it's almost as if conflict might be too strong of a word, but it's almost as if these 2 queens can't agree on what the meaning of this sun is. Whatever happened, that like one party wanted to, joyfully gallop in the prairie, whereas another party wanted to rationally illuminate and bring the light of truth rationally and objectively onto the situation. And this, I don't think it's about money, but it's about something, some kind of material resource. So it could be money. This is a collective reading, but it's almost as if what to do about this Sun card moment. These two queens can't agree on it. So I'm going to kind of make this a dual reading because you could be either one of these queens, and I can't really know which one, and this is a collective reading. So I'm just going to give like a Cliff's Notes summary of these two queens. So the words I use a lot for the Queen of Wands is bold and creative and strong-willed. The words that I use often for the Queen of Pentacles is focused and patient. So whatever energy you feel identifies with you the most, I think that, for lack of a better term, it's almost as if I don't see this disagreement being resolved within the next couple weeks based on these cards, and this is reinforced by the Three of Coins reversed and the Hermit card. So I'll go right to the message of this. What I'm getting from these two cards, they're combining to say like, don't let this disagreement rupture your relationship with the other party in the long term. However, don't let this disagreement extinguish your light. You know, the thing that's leaping out to me with the Hermit card is how the Star of David here is serving as a lantern. He's kind of following his inner wisdom and going his own way, for lack of a better phrase, to go up to that mountaintop on his own. And the thing to keep in mind is that although the journey to go there might involve feeling left out and alone in the cold, so to speak, I don't think that this disagreement is. I don't think it warrants longer term repercussions, because the bottom line is you only have two reverse cards in this whole reading. So the overall vibe is positive, even though this is a scary looking card. And, you know, whether. I use the term strong-willed in my quick summary of the Queen of Wands, but queens in general are almost at the top of the manifestation of whatever suit that they represent, you know? So we have the fire and passion and creativity of the Wands, and the grounded, practical, pragmatic denseness of the Pentacles. Yeah, whatever this disagreement is, I don't think it warrants like rupturing the long-term relationship. But it's okay if you just agree to disagree for a little while. Yeah. I don't have much else. I had already decided that I was going to pull a clarification card for each, or, no, it's an advice card. I'm going to pull an advice card. We're going to start with the Queen of Wands, and we have the Strength reversed card. Don't be so stubborn. I think that is because here's the thing. Something I say all the time about the Strength card is that this woman is taming a lion, but like with her bare hands, and she's chill, probably humming a nice little song while she's doing it, making it look easy. And the fact that she's reversed, it gives me this feeling of strong-headedness, which again, it's okay to disagree with people. Just remember what it's all about. And yeah, the extra message for the Queen of Wands is don't be so stubborn. And for the Queen of Coins, we have the Two of Swords. I think the message of the Two of Swords in this is consider, like, it's I think you understand that you don't know it all, and I understand the desire to weigh your options and to really deliberate more before making a decision. However, just be wary of using that as an excuse to procrastinate, and you will never have all knowledge. So even though you might feel like you don't know enough, it might be a good thing to think about it some more and deliberate some more. However, you can't be deliberating forever, because this hermit card is for you too, and you can't make it to the top of the mountain if you're still at base camp looking at your map, trying to plot out the perfect route. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching. I will invite you to use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your oracle card reading. All right, group 2, the 3 of coins and the king of coins flipped over while I was shuffling your deck. I don't know what that means, might not mean much, but we'll see. So let's see what the rest of July has in store for you. In your present energy, we have, it's like the thing that the first vibe that I'm getting is that you feel burdened by responsibility, and it's kind of feeling constrained, making you feel constrained, and it might be affecting your relationships with others. But this I'm stretching right now, so don't read too much into what I just said about the 5 of Swords. Coming into this, we have the 2 of Wands reversed. So let's see here. It's like hesitation to make a choice is the vibe that I'm getting. Let's see what the incoming energy is. Oh, okay. Well, you you will make it above the clouds, or at least will have an opportunity to. So that's reassuring, no matter how scary these cards are. It would be really funny to me if the 2 advice cards were scary looking cards. I doubt it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. So, and the funny thing is, this 2 of coins reversed at the bottom of your deck mildly reinforces like the vibe that I was getting. So here's the thing: no matter what I was, how can I say this? No matter what conflict, the conflict is too strong a word, all right, but I'm gonna keep using it because I can't think of a better one. No matter what conflict the 5 of Swords represents, I think that it is, sometimes you need to test things and test, like A/B testing that we do in marketing and things like that. Sometimes you gotta ruffle some feathers and or step on some toes to what you to get where you want to go, is what I've been trying to say this whole time. Now, again, I think that part of it might be this burden. It's kind of like you're taking on a lot. However, there is an indication that as constrained as it's making you feel right now, that by the end of the month, you may feel as if it was worth it. Again, I'm very adamant on not telling people what to do, yeah, I just want to. That's why I'm kind of hedging everything that I'm saying. Another thing that I want to point out is that this entire reading is air and fire. The Wheel of Fortune is a fire card, and so it's very air. Air is the air is the realm of thoughts and words, and fire is the realm of willpower, creativity, passion, that kind of thing. Now, as far as elemental dignities are concerned, air and fire work very well together. So there's a lot of dynamism happening right now in this reading. The only the only exception to the only card that's not a fire and an air card is this two of coins at the bottom of your deck, but it's at the bottom of your deck. It's weaker. But what I will say is that I think I might recommend letting go, or at least loosening your desire to your desire to control everything. I think what is giving you this feeling of being constrained by all this burden and all this responsibility is a desire to control everything. What I would invite you to do is to relax and let go, and to kind of allow things to happen that may or may not be the way you, a sophisticated 7-point plan or whatever. If you have a sophisticated 7-point plan to get from A to B, that, depending on what the circumstances, and I think this is the case based on these cards, it could lead to a feeling of, not knowing where to begin, a feeling of paralysis by analysis, and I would advise, based on these cards, to just, loosen it up a little and play around and see, like, to invite play into how you choose to proceed to come to the truth. Because, and I say, strangely enough, I never mentioned this with the Ace of Wands. Jesus Christ. I never mentioned this with the Ace of Swords, but I do when the Queen of Swords comes up. There are only 3 cards in the deck. There are 3 swords in the deck that are upright, and 2 of them are in your reading right now. The only one missing is the Justice card. So I think that, I think that to see the truth of the situation, no matter what, regardless of what it is, will involve just loosening your grip on your desire to control everything. I'll be honest, I'm still not sure exactly how to read this Two of Wands reversed, which is why for the most part, I've been ignoring it. The way this Two of Wands reverse fits into the rest of this reading is, it's not clear to me, but I will point out, there are only 2 reverse cards in your entire reading, and one of them is at the bottom of your deck. I might have already said that. One of them is at the bottom of your deck and therefore weaker. Honestly, group 2, this reading gives me a lot of reasons to be optimistic regarding your month of July. So I would suggest to you to enjoy the ride, and to not be so adamant on controlling every last detail of what situations you're dealing with, because that might be what's causing you needless stress, which may or may not be causing you to be a little more snarky than you would rather be with the people around you. Yep, so that was a mic drop. Thank you very much for watching. I will invite you to use the timestamps in the description below to watch your Oracle card reading. All right, group 3, let's see what the rest of July has in store for you. This doesn't really matter. It wouldn't have been at the top of your deck anyway, but let's see what we got. So we have the Knight of Cups, the 10 of Swords reversed, and the Empress. Okay. These 3 cards can mean too many different things, so I'm just going to proceed with the... Oh, okay. So it's kind of like there's a... some kind of opportunity in the emotional realm preceding this. Still not enough to... really stitch all of this together. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw down the 3 last cards. I'm going to stare at these cards in silence for a little while I, I'll cut that part out, and then we'll see what I can stitch together. So in your incoming energy, we have the Hangman reversed, and your advice cards are the Sun and the 5 of Cups. That's not conflicting messages at all, but don't worry, group 3, I'll make sense of this. All right. Group three, sometimes in order to start something, you need to make a break with something else. A metaphor that is used, and this metaphor won't apply very well, but just bear with me. Is that like if you're looking for a better job, you can't have a better job while you're still working your old job, and what's giving me this impression is this Ace of Cups to the Ten of Swords reversed. So the Ten of Swords reversed, I'm reading as an ending to something that doesn't feel very good, but sets you up for a fresh start. And this setting you up for a fresh start would be true even if the card was upright, because the sun is rising in the background. This guy is making like a sign of blessing with his hand, that kind of thing. But the impression of an ending that is also setting you up for something else, that aspect of the Ten of Swords comes across stronger to me when it is in reverse. And it's like whatever opportunity that you're following your heart with is giving you an opportunity to give birth to something, to create something which will bring joy to you. And I get how having to let go of something or bring an end to something might cause, like, ending something to pursue something that you want is a bittersweet feeling. However, and it won't come right away. Honestly, the Hangman reversed was the card that I was having most difficulty interpreting right up until I interpreted the reverse as a delay. Anyway, the new perspective and clarity that you will gain from whatever you're leaving in order to pursue whatever you end up creating or try to create. The new perspective and wisdom that will come from that might not come right away, but the main thing to focus on is to be like, again, something I say a lot about the Knight of Cups, I probably said it like a couple seconds ago, is follow your heart, And when you're following your heart, that feeling of joy that you get when you're creating something that brings you bliss, that is fulfilling your heart's desire, is the light that will shine for you and to guide you towards where you want to go. The Six of Coins at the bottom of your deck has been silently nodding throughout all this. This is a card of, wisely. Well, there's an aspect of generosity, of helping people out. There's also a card. There's also an aspect of wisely allocating your resources. So I think that whatever you are trying to give birth to, Group 3, I think that the joy and new perspective that you get, even if you don't succeed, the joy and new perspective that you get from trying will, based on this reading, likely be worth the bittersweet feelings and endings that feel painful and unfortunate. Again, another metaphor that's coming to mind is, if you have one foot on the boat and another foot on the pier, you end up like in the water. And I get that the pier was awesome, but if you just put both your feet on that boat and go where you want to go, whatever you're leaving on the pier, first of all, it's not gone, and second of all, the adventure that you're going off on the boat, if it brings you joy, and based on this reading it will, then go for it. And I understand how it feels painful in the moment, but there is how can I say this? There's optimism after this moment for you, but it's okay to feel sad. But I'll leave you with, there are two cups standing on this card, And it might feel like you've lost everything, but that's not necessarily true. And you're going to gain something that will make all of this worth it, even if it's the experience that you learn from trying to create what you're creating and failing. Wow, that was a mic drop. All right, so group 3. Oh, and I made it through this entire reading without mentioning that another group also got the sun, so that's nice. All right, group 3, please stay tuned for your oracle card reading, which is coming up right now. Did I get it right? Oh, yeah. All right, great. So group A, your card is Limitation. This is I Ching hexagram number 60. And the keywords are self-discipline, practice, self-respect, introspection, ritual, cultivate patience, build up energy, maturity. Listen, all things in due time. The meanings, especially based on the readings that I gave, sorry about that. The words that are jumping out to me based on the readings I just gave are self-discipline, ritual, introspection, and self-respect, and build up energy. I think that if you just allow the practice, it's about the journey, not the destination, and a metaphor that I'm surprised I haven't used this in that long, because I feel like I use it every time. Boxing, the fundamental, just throw good jabs, and as long as you focus on mastering your jab, and just be patient with yourself, you will build the boxing skills that you are trying to build. Yep. Group B, your card is Midheaven, Pinnacle. Okay, so the Midheaven is the highest point in the sky. This could be an invitation for you to shine your brightest and to not be afraid to just be you in the full glory of all that is you. It could mean that you might turn some heads, and that is not necessarily a bad thing, and to welcome the attention that you get. It's difficult for me to elaborate. It could be Pinnacle could also mean that, like, you're at the highest point and you're ready to return home with all the lessons that you will have gotten at the top of this mountain, or a metaphorical mountain. I'm mixing my metaphors between the sky and the mountain, but basically, don't be afraid to shine your brightest and to just put yourself out there. The attention that you get based on this card and the readings I just gave, the cost-benefit analysis of this is in your favor. There we go. That was a heady way of saying it, but saying it the another way would have been even longer. All right, Group C, your card is Hunger. I pull this card often, and I'm going to say the same thing that I say every time, and I'm a very thorough shuffler, Group C. Whenever a card comes up often like this, that I have no hesitation in my mind. So remember, it's all about being optimistic and growing and going forth with dynamism towards what you really want. And the Hunger card is asking you, like, what void are you trying to fill? What are you really after? What is the puzzle piece that you're trying to make fit? And it could also be an invitation to, sometimes when you're hungry, you just want to stuff yourself with empty calories, like chips and candy and soft drinks and Coca-Cola and all that shit. It could also be a reminder that although it might fill the void, maybe, some chicken breast with whatever healthy sauce. I'm not thinking of much right now. I guess I eat a lot of junk food. Would be a better way to fill that hunger than a bunch of empty calorie like chips and beer. Group D, your card is Acquisition. This is the Sun in Taurus. This is a very posh card. Taurus as a sign gets a very posh reputation. Let me look at this and see what I have here. There are actually a bunch of different things this card could be saying. I just want to say, although Taurus is an earth sign, the phrase acquisition doesn't necessarily mean material things, although the illustrations on this card scream this loudly, you know. I just want to... I'm gonna throw out a bunch of different things that this card could mean. It could mean to keep an eye on becoming the person that you want to become in order to get the things that you want to get. This is another thing that comes up often, the self-help stuff that I consume. So what kind of person would have that car? What kind of person would have that partner or whatever? And to focus on becoming that kind of person and to work on yourself to become that kind of person. It could also mean this could be like at the naked surface level interpretation, to not be afraid to buy things that will make you feel good. And what else? There was another thing I wanted to say. How can I say this? To focus on, you know, when I was saying to become the person that you want to be, that would have the things that you want, to also recognize opportunities when you can obtain things that will take you a step further towards your ultimate goal, and that, you know, becoming this posh aristocratic person in the castle or whatever is a process, and it's not going to happen overnight. Taurus is a fixed sign, so it's not like by snapping your fingers that you're going to get it. But if you stay focused, then there's no stopping you. Thank you so much for watching. If your reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comments below. I hope the rest of your month goes great. Thanks again for watching. You take care. I'll see you soon.